Welcome back to another edition of Tea and Toys. Okay, this time we've got the Gold Disc Collection Terrorsaur. This is the only one of the four that I decided to pick up. And here he is, Terrorsaur. Finally, we've got Terrorsaur modernised in plastic. So he comes packaged in his Pteranodon or Pterodactyl mode, and comes with just one blaster, which is painted gunmetal grey, and he does come with these things that are actually loose in the box, just wrapped in tissue paper, so just be careful not to throw it away and double check for them. So the fins for his arms, which I actually have already attached pre-video, and the Earth version of the Golden Disc. Songs of Earth. Here he is in Pteranodon Pterodactyl mode. Obviously this is the weaker of the two modes. This is based heavily on the Air Razor mode, which I did say it would be. Obviously some people questioned it and said no. I'm saying yes, it was, and it was. So here he is. Obviously people wanted him to be much bigger. He is slightly taller than the Air Razor from what I've seen from other pictures and other reviews. It's not overly best. Mine does have the issues with the wings where these bits just fall off quite easily, so I had to sort of put that on there straight away out of the box. But we're not going to get much better, unfortunately. You know, Terrorsaur isn't one of the most popular of the popular characters. You know, you're always going to get Bumblebees, you're always going to get Optimus Primes, your Megatrons, your Starscreams, and it's characters like Terrorsaur that unfortunately they just have to wait a long time to get their dues in plastic, and we've finally got one. Not everybody's tastes. Obviously you can see, you know, he looks a bit ugly in Pteranodon mode. Not obviously the best, but you can do quite cool things this time around. You can have him stand up like so, so he's not just sort of like in the original one, but you could just have him like that, and wings couldn't move, head couldn't move. It's just one of the ones you flick and it transforms. Very boring toy, not very interesting. So let's just get into this guy. What else can he do? Obviously he can open and close the beak. It's obviously more reminiscent from his TV appearance with the yellow beak as well. Do you know what? I'm so excited they did this. I know I did a few like rumour videos and why-nots and whatnots for those early rumours that they were talking about the Terrorsaur with, and I'm glad they did come into fruition and they were true. I'm happy we've got him, and I've said before, hated the way he died in the series, absolutely awful. Should have just gone after Air Razor and Tigertron and had their own little adventures, like a one-off episode here and there from time to time. Instead they killed them and then made Tigerhawk, which was crap. But anyway, that's enough grumbling. Let's see what's right and what's wrong in robot mode. Here is Terrorsaur in his robot mode. Now he's got that fantastic sculpt of the face there. I do think they've captured his likeness very well, that smirk. Now Terrorsaur is one of my favourite Predacons and Beast Wars characters, and I know I've banged on about this, but I missed him when they wrote him out in probably the worst way ever. Really enjoyed this character. He was the Starscream of the first set of Beast Wars stuff that they did. The thing with Terrorsaur's story is there wasn't much to that. It literally was, oh, I'll be the Starscream character, oh, I want to lead the Predacons, but there's only like 4 of them anyway, so it seemed a bit of like a, so you want to rule 4 other guys, diminishing your army because you have to kill Megatron. It just, I don't know, it just never really had the same kind of grandiose feel that it would have done with Starscream when he would take over the Decepticons, like Cybertron was in reach via the space bridge, whereas poor old Terrorsaur would have been left on a planet fighting Maximals forever and ever and ever. Just, I don't know, just, that was one of the reasons why they wrote him out, and they sort of then used Black Arachnia and Tarantulas to be those treacherous characters. And obviously Rampage came later on, and he was never really 100% loyal to Megatron anyway. I don't know, it's just one of those things that they could have had him go off after Tigertron and Air Razor instead of just killing him off. But there we are, what was done is done. Now let's see some comparisons. Also, I've had a few issues with the Black Arachnia being a bit too tall. I think she was actually not too bad next to the Air Razor. We'll also get out in a second as well. So yeah, she is about the same height as Terrorsaur here. Now Terrorsaur is excluding Dinobot, the second tallest of the Predacons. Now, yes, he could have been bigger, and maybe should have been bigger. Before we get the rest of the Preds out, let's show him off with Air Razor. So yeah, he's a little bit taller than the Air Razor, compared to with Air Razor there. Get to one side. Let's get the rest of the Predacons out. Character he doesn't actually share any screen time with, because by that point he's dead. He's annoyingly dead. Ravage, obviously Ravage, that's quite a bit tall. I can imagine Ravage probably would have been shorter than him in the TV show. His teammate, the guy he's often paired with, because they were both the Flyers. The not so great Beast Wars figure, the Waspinator here. I'm sure they look quite good together, facing off against the Maximals on my shelf and in my display cabinet. Yeah, and Waspinator should be much taller than Megan. I don't mind the Black Arachnia figure. Obviously there's the issues with the feet, and some of the plastic might be a bit thin, but she definitely should have been as big as she was. So I'm kind of interested to see what they do with Tarantulas. I was hoping he is a little bigger than her. And I have pulled out, obviously, one of the original Darkside crew members being Dinobot here. Let's get that to the side. And Megatron, yes. And we're missing Scorponok. So the original crew of Darkside has been not released. Has not released because Tarantulas is our part of that crew. Sorry, Black Arachnia, you're out of there, love. You are not a part of that crew. At least not in the original stuff. So that is most of the Darkside crew. Yes, Terrorsaur maybe should have been about, say, this tall, like come up to Dinobot's shoulder. But that's by the by. It's just one of those things. This is the best one we're going to get. They're not going to redo Terrorsaur again for some time. Well, these characters don't come around very often. Maybe more of your Megatrons, your Dinobots. But the others, I just can't see it happening. Let's just get those to the background, because it is Terrorsaur's video. As I was transforming him, this wing just keeps on popping off. So it's a shame that the QC didn't pick up that maybe was an issue. That could have been like a blade or a sword weapon they could have done, so it does actually detach, or at least designed to actually attach and detach. See, there's a bit of back kibble there, but let's face it, you are never ever gonna get a Terrorsaur that transforms like he does in the TV show. He's probably the Predacon, or the character in the Beast Wars, that cheats the most when he transforms. The next one probably being Dinobot. He just sort of folds back, and then he's kind of a robot, and then he's a pterodactyl. You're not going to get that in a toy. Sorry, real world physics just ain't going to be the thing. It's not going to be the thing. So this is probably the best one we're going to get for some time. They might do another one 10 years down the road, and I'll be an old man by then and probably not wanting to pick up as much than I do at the moment. But all in all, I'm happy to say that we've finally got a half decent Terrorsaur we can put on our shelves in a reasonable enough scale with the other Predacon characters and the Beast War and the Maximal characters as well. It's just one of those things. We will get Tarantulas, we are going to get Inferno, more or less confirmed. They're in the leaks, they'll happen. Fingers crossed it's the Season 1 Tarantulas, although I do prefer the body for the Transmetal version of Tarantulas. We're going to want to get the Season 1 characters all together in one amazing display. And fingers crossed we'll get Quick Strike, not in that horrible core size. It's got to be at least the original size of Scorponok. A half decent figure, because that was really wind me up. And Inferno. Stick him at the back there with the next flanking Megatron. Two loyalists at the back there. So I don't know what you won't be displaying with the Predacons, because you flick sides. So here we have, that is Terrorsaur, looking absolutely fantastic. I love that face sculpt. It really works. Is the mold perfect? No. Is it the best you're going to get? I think so. The colour is good on him. Like that yellow sort of helps when he's in beast mode. Obviously flip around the feet so you can have the beast feet or his robot human feet. And there we have Terrorsaur. Terrorsaur, terrorize! Well, tell me what you think. Are you going to get the Terrorsaur if you manage to track one down? Don't forget to love, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.